Welcome back to another episode of Boys Love Universally. This week we are recapping episode 3, and as always, I'm Adam.
And I'm RJ. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Universally.
Brought to you by Topo Chico.
Topo Chico.
Put the topo in your Chico.
With a twist of lime.
How are you?
You know, I've been better.
We have been through it.
We just keep passing the germs back and forth.
I don't know if that's
and
how
we're
we
not
wanna
even like
phrase
together.
that.
We're just like
we're just
roommates.
We're not even roommates.
This
is so loud.
I know. I need that purifier on max, girl.
Should we have a humidifier?
Should we? Is that what we need?
Is that what it is?
I think for my skin it would be good, but like it just gets gunky.
Your skin looks so healthy though.
Who, me?
You're always in a little face mask.
I'm trying to. You're supposed to do one every day, and we have enough.
Are you supposed to do one every day, or do they want you to do one every day because you have to buy one every day?
Listen, I'll keep buying that snail slime or whatever.
I don't know if you will, girl. Have you heard about the tariffs?
Okay, well, I guess I'm making my own damn face masks.
Yeah. So last week was the starting lineups for each team. Now we're going with the benches for each team.
Now, first you said, well, we first were like, it's weird that they are ending with the bench, but I think I agree with you now after last episode. Like, it's good to have the bench because they're the more unexpected one. Like, you don't know if they're gonna be good or not.
They're the
from everyone.
The variable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna start with Rhythm's bench team.
Mm-hmm.
This is Kwanhee Jun, Ayumu, Shi Yushin, Jin Jimin, Eito, Lee Jinwoo, and Mac.
Wow.
Okay? Got it? And they are going to be performing Baggy Jeans by NCTU.
Any notes about Baggy Jeans? Just the song in general?
It's I wouldn't say it's in my top 10.
I wouldn't say it's yeah. The song
I don't
is
know
not
if
hit.
I don't think I've listened to most of NCTU's title tracks.
But that's their whole gig. It's different. Yeah.
You is sporadic.
Yeah.
I
think I want to say when Baggy Jeans first came out, I was like, oh. And then it's a fucking earworm. TikTok really does the thing. You keep hearing the baggy.
Sure, I know it for sure.
And you're like, oh,
I agree that I know the song.
Mm-hmm. Here's the thing.
It is a very concept song.
Yes.
For sure.
That fucking video, girl.
Oh.
They are.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Sweaty, naked, baggy.
Ooh. Yeah.
Something
Also, a portion of that video, they are not wearing jeans.
Yeah.
They're wearing like khaki cargo pants.
Yeah, and then in my baggy pants.
In my baggy cargos. In my baggy
trousers.
What am I thinking of?
Chinos?
Culottes.
Oh.
In my baggy gauchos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Baggy couch. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a note for this performance. The jeans were not baggy enough.
The jeans were not baggy. Yeah.
And I think they should have they went with a dark wash denim. I think they should have gone with a lighter wash denim.
I think so too.
Yeah. That's kind of the style of the song.
But the song, okay, so once again, Miss Production is giving us like a remix on the song. And it's like, it's less like dark trap beats of the original. It's more like 90s hip hop. So it feels Kids Bop. I mean, it kind of gave Kids
Bop. It's for sure. I will agree. It's giving Kids Bop.
It's giving Kids Bop.
For sure. Unfortunately.
Yeah. But I agree. I think the light wash works better.
Yeah. And
for the Kids Bop.
Those jeans, if you're gonna do baggy jeans,
make them
the
baggy,
jeans
bitch.
have to be baggy. They can't just be like
baggy,
wide leg jeans.
Okay, so not like elephant.
No, they need to be like low on. They need to be under your hip.
They need to be under your hip.
They have to be belted.
Yep, and tight. Yeah.
And you have to be wearing boxer. Like they have to be baggy jeans. If you're gonna do baggy jeans, you have to do baggy jeans. That's crazy. Okay, so in the package, we get a little bit of, I think what Rhythm has decided, what Ten and Yang have decided that they're gonna do is they're gonna be the one to distribute the parts.
Yes.
They did for each of the lineups.
Uh-huh.
So they come in, they distribute the parts, they give the
They make everyone do a little audition.
yeah, and they give it to Ayumu.
They give it to Aimu because he's the only one that can like dance like b-boy kind of like that
Hip-hop.
like the hip hop. Yeah, and everyone's like doing choreography like Suzy Toot.
Yes, Broadway.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it leaves Jin Jiming a little miffed.
A little miffed.
A little upset.
He actually says, if I knew I was just gonna get this part, it would have been better to just get eliminated and go back to China.
Would it have been better?
No, girl.
Would it have been?
No.
Diva, you're still
in the show.
In
You were
the
still in the show.
Oh. And this is what I said when we watched it. You definitely don't want to be the Chinese contestant saying this because they will use
show
that
it.
and they will replay it probably in other episodes
I know.
that you said this. So
They
I
have
just
no
be
shame.
careful.
Yeah, just be careful.
Be careful.
Be careful. Be careful.
And
Heejun is really trying to.
Kwon Heejun is the leader.
Yes, and he is trying. I think he is getting the hero edit here.
Oh, for
where
sure.
he's really trying. He's seeing that people are not happy, but he is giving positive reinforcement. He's like, "Oh no, Jiming's upset. Well, let's keep going." And he
It is gentle parenting.
Yes.
I don't really have anything else to say about the package. That's kind of the whole
That's
deal
kind of the
of
whole
the package.
thing. It was very Heejun forward, which makes sense because
Right.
he'll end up being the MVP. So.
Yeah. Thoughts on the performance?
Kids Bop.
So I watched it.
You watched both.
I watched both full and
stat.
full and regular. And I don't.
I would say there are two performances. There are two performances in Bench that I think like I'm curious watching the static. Could you see a lot more? Because I think the editing helped a lot for all of them.
Focus on who. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's my general take.
Yeah.
I don't think this song is good for
this
a survival show.
This is like a you need to have the charisma to pull this song
You
off.
have to do. If you're gonna do whispering, it has to be so strong, like it has to be so clear,
Yeah.
and then the hook is the in my baggy,
And
baggy,
it's so
baggy,
low.
and it's so low,
Yeah.
and it is not hit. It is not hit the way
No.
the song intends for it to
No,
hit,
exactly.
and so that off the bat.
They're
is like
already at a.
It feels like a setup.
Yeah, it does.
It really feels like they set them up with this
because
song.
like
And I don't know if this is production. I don't know if
I don't know
Ten
if
and
Ten
Yang Yang were like,
let's give the girls some
yeah.
fun.
I have
Because-
to assume it's production.
Because would you say Baggy Jeans is probably a harder song than Give Me That?
I would say it's so specific in what
Baggy
it's like
Jeans?
aiming for
Yeah.
that it is a bigger hurdle for the bench
I
team
know.
for
The
sure.
bench, exactly. I wish they picked a different NCT, like an actual NCT 127 song. Like make them do like Kick It or whatever.
Yeah,
you know,
the
like,
problem is they
more of
can't
a
pick a
standard.
127 because it has to have 10 in it. Because they're not counting.
They're not counting full
Yeah,
NCT.
that's why
They're
they
counting
used
10
you.
Yang Yang.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I
It's
know.
tough. It's tough.
I know.
Because it's like 10 gives such a specific performance
You
energy.
have to be. Do you know how cool you have to be to pull this song off?
Yeah.
Also, when I was watching the music video again, the
Who was
Baggy
it?
Jeans music
Who
video,
was it?
and
Who was it?
Jaehyun popped up on my screen.
It's Jay.
Oh my God!
It's Jaehyun. Ooh, that
Hanbin, I
man is-
understand, honey.
Oh my God.
I get it.
Hanbin, I understand why you can't look at that man in the eye because
no,
I
there's
wouldn't
no
be
way.
looking up. Let's say that.
Oh,
I'd be looking at his baggy jeans, Adam.
I don't really have anything really great to say about this performance.
Yes. This was the worst.
You know it's
Of the-
bad when I'm watching it again and I scroll halfway through the song to see how much left of the song there is. And when I go to look at the buffering bar,
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh,
Really.
I think Kwon Hee-jun does a great job.
He's really, I would say, the only one that kind of.
I think it really helped that he was not the center.
Yeah, I agree.
I actually
Ayumu does a good job.
Ayumu does a good job.
I think he, like Daisuke in Replay, I think he just gets a little.
He flubs us a couple times, but like he has the most to do in this.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to excuse like making a mistake or whatever, but what if I was?
And what if I was, girl?
Who cares? That's not the point of what I'm trying to say, but it didn't bother me that he like messed up because I thought every time he did, it was played off that it was not.
It played off like he was being playful.
Yes. I think he does really well in the song. He really looks like okay, you know what he really gives me, honestly? Mm-hmm. He gives me the Taki edit from Island, where he's like super young, very talented.
More than Daisuke?
Yes. I think they're giving the actual edit to Daisuke, but I think like, Ayumu
since we have time with Ayumu.
Yeah. I think he is the one who has the
charm, I think. I mean, Daisuke also is charming, but Ayumu has like a more baby. I guess they're both baby. I don't know. They're just both.
Yeah.
There's a little more goo goo gaga with Ayumu, I feel.
Yeah. Well, first of all, his name's Ayumu.
Ayumu. It's very cute.
Yeah.
But then he is able to like dance like hip hop. So it's like, there's a skill there. It just needs more time.
Yeah. Which is like how it felt like watching Taki with an Island, where it was like, I know you're a little too green.
I know you're
now.
talented, but it's just too young.
Yep. I'm trying to look at any of these other names.
There was another guy. Can I see the names? There was another guy. He was the one just in all white that I thought he actually did pretty good.
No, he didn't.
Oh, you didn't think so?
No, he's the one who...
There's two guys that were all in white. One was 8 though, who like messed up his lines. So it wasn't him. I think it was Yushin. It's either Yushin or Jino. I actually didn't mind Mac either. I think he's just a little...
Mac was fine.
I think Mac is fine. I think because even when he was doing the auditioning, I think I agreed with Ten's note where it's like it just looks like you're doing the moves. There's no swag.
Yeah.
But that's hard. You're asking like 15, 16-year-olds to have swag like baggy jeans?
Yeah.
When they are like...
But it's crazy to ask that of them, but then also like that is the profession they're trying to go into, that is the idea.
You have to be able to at least turn it or access it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though we know you guys are losers.
I really just feel that in these first rounds of these survival shows with a bunch of trainees, it really is just who has star quality. And that's what you just look for in the first couple rounds. Is like, is there a spark there, or are they just performing it?
Because they're showing star quality that I would understand that a person live watching there be like, whoa, I'm so drawn to that one person.
I don't know if I end up agreeing with the amount of votes that this group
gets. Yeah, I agree.
Because
I think they were the worst.
I'm trying to think if this was worse than Beats' first round. I think it was. I think I would have rather watched Beats
Boys Never Die than
Boys Never Die.
Baggy Jeans
than this. Oh god.
It's tough. I would say they're both they're definitely the bottom two. They're lip syncing.
I guess the other thing that is for me about this one that like drags it down is like it's so not hitting the mark of what the original song is.
Yeah.
Whereas like Boys Never Die is already doing
a
spin
a new concept. So
yeah.
This feels original to them.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. That was Baggy Jeans.
Let's take a break.
Okay. So now we're going to talk about Beats bench team. So this is Kuhan-sa, Kairi, Yuito, Kang Jun-hyuk, Kim Hyo-tae, Park Yeon-jun, and Nam Do-yoon. And they are doing Hard Carry by GOT7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, I'm assuming Heejun was your MVP in Baggy Jeans.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Heejun was my MVP in Baggy Jeans.
Same.
Him or Ayumu?
Yeah.
But I think Heejun was the only one who was selling me Baggy Jeans.
Totally.
If I was going into the store...
He was the only one
like
giving face.
Excuse me, Do you have any baggy jeans here?
And Heejun be like, yep, right this way.
And I would be buying them from
Heejun.
Kuhan Saw is the leader of this team. We've got 2 really great leader narratives this round. And
Keep
then
an eye on those, okay?
And then we learn about Kyrie having been an idol.
Yes. Ta-ta for now.
Technically was, or no, the group had broken up earlier in 2024. Or disbanded, I should say. And then Nam Do-yoon gets the other narrative, which is he is...
When did you first
fresh.
start dancing? When we started the show.
Week and a
when
half
the camera
ago.
started rolling.
Right. Do you remember when I did Fighting out of nowhere?
That was the first time I ever
danced. Yeah.
Oh my god.
This Kuhan Saw leader narrative.
Yeah.
Which leader narrative is better, Kuhan Saw or Kwon Hee-jun?
I think Hanso
Yeah.
is being packaged a lot better. They're packaging Hanso a little bit more that like he deserves to be a starting pick.
Mm-hmm.
I think Heejun is being packaged as like he is being a good leader for the team.
Yeah.
And can help bring people to a better performance.
Yeah.
They're specifying that Hanso was like he should not be in bench. It feels like that's the
That's true.
That's the gaze on it.
Which I agree. I think he's great.
He's really good.
Yeah. He was in Siren.
He was in Siren.
So everyone who was in Siren
was
probably
just really
should
good.
have been...
I think that was just tough. Like you only got to pick 3 people.
Right. The Nam Do-yoon of it all.
The Nam
So the
Do-yoon of it all.
Nam Do-yoon is our beloved, what they are using as the comic, goofy, but like very earnestly trying hard, but like definitely not getting
Just
there.
not, yeah.
It's different than
it's our how would you call it?
It's kind of giving a similar storyline to like Saw Jung-woo from last week in Groove, except his was like, and then he did it.
Yes.
And he like nailed it.
And he became the MVP.
Yeah, and he became the MVP. So his was like, it worked out. This one is very clearly like, he's gonna try his best. And isn't it sweet?
It's like very clear that like he doesn't really have those skills baked in. He's very cute. He's very charming.
He's
and
very
like
sweet.
He plays like he knows how to like play with a camera and like is cute, but like the skills aren't there.
It's Mingyu and
it's Mingyu and Doa.
In Doa,
it's the
Boys Planet.
It's the lovable dozen.
Yes.
Where you're like, I'm having a great time watching you.
Yeah.
I don't think you should be here, but you're doing your best, and I
appreciate you trying.
I appreciate you trying.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. He is. He's there's the scene where Hanso is teaching them the choreography. They keep doing it over and over again. After they do a break, they're like, should we do it again? Okay. And like, they're all excited to do it. And Do-yoon like is fully passed out. So like, he's like, this sucks, but I'm going to keep doing it. Cause I want this too.
Yeah. He gets like a note from El Capitan right before to like not do a bit of the choreography where he's supposed to like crouch down.
Just take the moment. Just like
walk forward, and like he forgets to do it, and they're like, "Oh, Nam Do-yoon."
Yeah.
It's very Jan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Kyrie is just a sleigh.
He's just like, I've got the dance down bad.
I'm the dancing diva.
He's the dancing diva. Kyrie's the dancing diva of beat.
Of beat, correct.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Also, this hair color.
I know.
Chef's kiss.
He like basically he is the dance break, right? He's the center of the dance break, and it's like all eyes on him. Like, it feels,
even though they're all it's not one of the ones. Dancing, there have been a couple of the dance breaks where it's been like one person by themselves.
Yeah. No, it's a dance.
It's break. Him with everyone else, but
he captivates you as the center. It's
sure.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought, and I didn't think Do-yoon was like terrible. He holds up, but it's it's not,
he's definitely the weakest one there.
Yeah.
But I wasn't mad.
No,
at
he wasn't
his performance. Yeah.
It wasn't like Beats' starting lineup where it's like he started.
Right. He didn't do anything wrong.
Yes,
he just didn't do anything great.
Yeah. What'd you think of this performance?
I thought this was. I don't think this song is like Baggy Jeans, But
they kept being like, oh, this is the Baggy Jeans versus Hard Carry because they're giving the same.
Yeah, I do think they were too similar in tone.
Yeah.
And I was actually shocked that they didn't even have Second Confession go in the middle. Just to like break it up.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a part of me that wondered if because rhythm went first.
I know.
That was why the scores end up happening the way they happen. I think the song is fine. I think they do much better than Rhythm.
They do much better than Baggy Jeans.
I think they look super confident. I think they're
all in sync.
They're all in sync. I don't think besides Kyrie and I would say Hansa, I don't think actually I like Kim Hyo-tae. He breaks at one point. He has a voice crack. But I think the rest of it, he really caught my eye.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. Because I don't know if it's like he's incredible.
Like, yeah, it doesn't feel like he fits, but he's kind of giving like Chani. There's a little bit of like a diva.
Yeah.
He's like so snatched and there's a little bit of like effect that I was like, oh.
Yeah, I liked him a lot. And then Kang Jun-hyuk has this like high note that I thought was great.
Yeah.
I thought this was good.
I thought this was good. I think it was the most cohesive out of all three bench performances.
I thought, yes, the most even.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I actually thought my MVP was Yuito. He was the other tall one. He had like the tiny head. But I thought every time he was in the center, it like just captivated me. I was like, oh, I thought Hansa does a good job, but there is a slight disconnect still with his face. Like it's not piercing through.
Yeah.
Kyrie, I think, has a little bit more of that when he is on center. Like it kind of gets.
Oh, yeah.
It connects through the screen.
Kyrie's very baked.
Yes.
It's very clear that he's done this and feels very comfortable on stage.
I know.
I think if I wanted to go with the easy route, Kyrie is obviously my MVP.
Yeah.
But I would say I agree. Hansa, it'll come in and out.
Yes, yeah.
That was my only note.
But the
for
dancing
Hansa.
is great. I mean, like if you're just looking at bodies alone, he is.
Yeah.
If you're just looking at bodies,
I'm gonna pick Kyrie.
Yeah.
I think my second one, if I was picking like a runner-up, actually would be Kang Jun-hyuk.
Oh, okay.
He's
really good. His voice is really good.
I really liked his voice.
I don't want him to jump over to groove. I want somehow
I know.
he gets over and groove just so I can see.
I think he like has something that like I hope gets expanded upon because I think I also commented on his vocals in the first round
in
too.
Replay, yeah.
So clearly I think he's got something.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna.
I don't know if the show is interested in it.
I don't think
or
the
if
show
there's
is
time to.
Yeah.
That's just the downfall sometimes because it's like they only have so much attention they can give.
Yep. But yeah, Kyrie for sure. And this hair, the styling of this.
Styling, yeah.
Oh, for this styling is great.
Yeah.
This styling, and then Mama, the next styling. Woo!
I feel like Kyrie is gonna give you a little Coco moment in the show where it's like, God, the dancing and like, I don't know. It feels like he's
presence.
Yes, his presence feels just like so different than everyone else.
Yeah. It was a really pleasant surprise, like
to discovering someone.
Him.
I know,
because they did not focus on him at all.
No.
All right, we're gonna finish out with Groove's bench test. Groove is in the heart. They are, to remind everybody, this is Kim Gi-jung, Kim Daeyeon, Bae Jae-ho, Hiroto, Ha Jun-jin, Jun-jin. The Hangul spelling is crazy.
The Hangul spelling of the...
I don't know. I think he's Chinese.
Yeah.
Because that, I was like, how do I even... And Lee Ji-wei and Ya Gang-dong. They are doing Second Confession by B2B. This is the vocal round, okay? And we've also got, in the package, we got the Lee Ji-wei gets the bridge narrative. And we got Yang Gang-dong is everyone's favorite person alive. I am all aboard. Choo-choo. I'm all aboard the Gang-dong train.
Yeah.
Mama, when I tell you, first of all, just based on what they were wearing, I was like, this is for me.
Yes, this song. I mean, and you watched the music video for the first time too. The actual music video.
2013.
Okay. We're still in college.
No subtitles.
Yeah, amazing.
None.
Because they were like, no one else is gonna watch this.
Right.
Outside of Korea.
Right. Penil full hair.
Wow.
Yeah. So like 100 years ago. Just like the Eunkwang looks like he's 12 years old.
That's crazy.
It's just the craziest thing you've ever seen. It's full like
swoop hair.
The swoop hair with like the random spikes. Like very J-pop coded.
Yes,
when it was very that influenced.
That's so funny.
The song is great.
Yeah, it's cute.
I'm waiting to hear a B2B song I don't like.
I know.
So I don't know when that's gonna happen. This is just. I mean, This is just. It's a group for me.
It really is. The group is made for you.
Very much so.
Very like
Changseob comes in this like in the middle of it, and he has this like little fedora. It's so 2013. Little fedora. And he like has like his little shirt tucked into his like blue pants with a white belt, and I was like, "Yeah, I mean,
this is it, yeah."
Glee.
It does feel like this would have been your like full, or even like Pitch Perfect. Like you would have like dove in on B2B. I feel like,
yeah,
because it feels also
this
the
could
same.
have been my in.
Yeah, this
because I can tell you, this is the same year, obviously, that BTS debuts. Mm-hmm. There's no way I would have gotten into the BTS debut. No, especially not in 2013. I can tell you right now.
Yeah, 2013 Adam would not be a Rapmon.
No.
Energy.
No.
You know what I mean?
Rap monster.
Rap monster.
Rap monster. No, I would not. But this,
you would have jumped right in, honey. You would have already been to South Korea by now, because you would have already gone to a concert. It would have been
so bad. It would have been like if this had started the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
I probably taught in Korea.
I
had a whole other life.
You literally would have
by just missing this
literally
video.
2013. You would have been like, you know what? Fuck Disney college program. I'm learning.
And I didn't even do Disney. That's the craziest part. I didn't even do it.
You would have been like, I'm teaching English in Korea.
Yeah.
Right now.
For sure.
So I could watch B2B.
Yeah.
Wow.
A fully different life. There's not a lot about this. I love Changseob working with them.
The full story was like they all are obsessed with Changseob, which
I mean,
I would be too. And he is also very positive reinforcement, which I was because he was so intimidating in the bench test and the auditioning.
He has a very scary resting face.
Yes. And when he's doing this interim, it is
because it's just he's thinking.
Yes.
It's not the end of the world.
Yes.
But we do have to point out what's going on.
Yeah.
So it's like
and he's very open to like, yep, keep working on that.
Yeah, because there was like he asked that like the dancing in the interim was a mess.
It was a mess, yeah.
And he was like, "Did you guys practice the dancing enough?" And Gi-jung was like, "Yes, we did." And he was like, "No, we didn't."
So next time, just say you didn't.
Yeah,
because I would have.
We don't want to say that. I really. The way he is, his face is so different from like the way he actually ends up coaching.
Yes.
Like his coaching feels like real. It feels very tactical.
Yeah,
it feels very like, it just
actual
feels like
teaching.
every voice
teacher. I know. It's
when he was like, push
from here.
Push from like under your belly button.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
And then he did it.
I'm back.
And I was like, yeah.
Very clearly Changseob is focused on the vocals.
Yeah.
And to some extent, everyone keeps being like, well, B2B, blah, blah, blah. They're killing vocals,
Imagine
blah, 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 right?
being like, oh my God, they're just vocals.
But that's the thing is like, they just keep talking about it that way.
Yeah.
1010 and Young keep talking about like the dance specifically. Like they are very focused on what that's giving. El Capitan and Yugyeom kind of don't have a direction of what their like focus is.
Yeah.
But I do think in the end, in a situation like this, where you are singing live to an audience that's voting for you, and your vocals are raw, they are going to remember your flubbed vocal more than they're going to remember your flubbed dance.
Yeah.
If you mess the dance up a little bit, if you're not perfectly in sync, it's fine.
But their movements are so free that there's a lot of forgiveness that you have with just the staging of it.
Yes.
Honestly.
And they are selling the like smiliness of it. They're really selling me the concept of like the second confession, being in love, da 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 da.
They're not like embarrassed.
No.
Which is
well, this is what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
So Lee Jiwei gets the lowest score.
Yeah.
And when I watched it back, he looks the most uncomfortable. Not uncomfortable. I shouldn't say most uncomfortable. Lee Jiwei is someone who I think the way he was singing, there are people like this.
Yeah.
You've met them. You know them. I can't name them, but you'll know what I'm talking about. There are people who do not smile with their teeth. I don't know if it's they don't like their teeth. They just like are uncomfortable, but they're they like smile with their lips. This is a song, this is a performance specifically where you have to smile with your teeth. That's the whole gig. And I think it makes him look uncomfortable because he's also very focused on like his notes.
He's trying to hit it.
Right. But he just looks
uncomfortable with it.
Awkward, where everyone else is so light and like having the like fun of the song.
Yeah.
And I wonder because he doesn't sound bad and he's not performing it poorly.
No, he's really stable.
Yeah.
But like, you're right. He does kind of just like blend in, like fades in with everyone. Because like, okay, this is famously two soldiers. We have Gi-jung and Daeun. Gi-jung does really well, I think. There's a little bit of a flub, but he carries so much in the song.
Yes.
He's so much in it.
He flubs, but it actually, when I watch it back, it sounds like
an affect.
It's still a note in the chord. So I was like, oh, you could have heard that in live and not noticed that was a flub. Yeah. Technically wrong.
And then Daeun, the other soldier, two left feet, but his smile throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, great.
Like he was like when he had his little solo part, he was like cute. Like
he's very
earnest.
Offbeat.
He's very offbeat
in the dance.
He is very offbeat.
He's like ahead.
Yeah,
it's like a little distracting.
But he's got the full smile.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like,
and he had the best sweater.
Yeah. Yes.
I would have voted for the sweater ombre, for sure.
Yeah. He was the one that like it was Daeun that was like he like got off the service like 2 weeks before he auditioned.
Yeah, so let's talk about this. So Kim Gi-jung wins MVP. I think he's great. He's not who I would have chosen.
Yeah, I would have.
It's for sure Gangdong, right?
I picked Jaeho because I felt
he was my second choice.
I felt Jaeho had the finesse and like giving just enough, but still every time you pan to him, he was smiling in the group shots. Like he was with everyone. He didn't like stand out, but then it just felt like he was really stable. Like you could rely on him.
He's very good in this too.
Yeah.
And his little that powder pink jacket.
I know the powder pink like denim jacket.
Cute. It's so cute. Oh, the fits in this, guys. I great. Simply wanted to pass away.
I think Gi-jung wins MVP because he has a lot in the number, but it's also like he is so big. Like he's such a big man.
Well, and he's selling this
selling
song.
It the most.
Yes.
He's the one that is the most smiley.
He's so smiley.
He's so
not
sweet.
He's not like he doesn't find it cringe. He's just like full out doing it.
Yeah.
And you have to do it. Like you cannot hide behind like, oh, isn't it awkward that I'm doing like that doesn't work.
That doesn't work.
That does not translate. It does not work.
Yeah.
It doesn't really work in any kind of music ever.
Yeah.
Unless you're like doing like a Lily Allen number, then I guess it works. And you're doing like sarcastic font. Yeah.
But here it's like seeing someone so big and tall and being so goofy and cute. I would be pressing that button, girl. I'd be voting. And then there's a sweet moment. Chaeungi in the back is like, "Oh, it makes me emotional," and Yugyeom was like, "Oh, are you just like a sentimental person?" And he's like, "Well, I trained with him 7 years ago."
That's crazy. That lore drop was nuts.
Well, and then Adam's head was starting to be like, "Okay, Ungi is dropping hints every episode to keep you on."
He's like, "I know I have to just eke out these like lore drops because they're gonna edit them in, which is gonna give me screen time."
Yeah.
Just you're fucking brilliant. I love it.
I love her. Yeah, I picked Jaeho.
Gangdong is I just think like
he looks like a baby Moon Jung-hyun to me.
Oh,
like he was just like baby.
God, so baby, so cute. Like also had a ton to do in the song.
Yeah.
I think, like, is he the best singer? No.
No.
Whatever. I just was like, that's not the point of this. I don't care.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah. Yeah, because I feel like this song was really like, you just gotta sell it. I felt like there was a collective, like, we have to show that we are fully committed to how sweet we are, just because the other two bench songs are so rough.
Yeah.
Let's take a break.
So let's get these scores to Mama. Mama, let's get these scores. So as we had last week, Rhythm was at 1234, Groove was at 1172, and Beat was at 966. So now Groove comes in first place for this round with 1181, making their total 2353. Rhythm comes in second with 1023, making their total 2257. And Beat comes in third again with 979, making their total 1945.
I
disagree
with
about
being
Rhythm and
third.
Beat.
Yeah.
And I
could see a world where Groove beat.
I could see a world where Groove beat. I could see a world where beat Groove.
Yeah. The way they edited the episode made it seem like Beat was going to really.
So this was my question. My question was like, what is it? What was it about that rhythm performance? Because then I was like,
is it just the song? Is it because they all love Baggy Jeans?
That's what I wondered. I was like, is it just like the affection for Baggy Jeans, the song? So. Just translated to just being like, oh, I just like this song.
Yeah.
To some extent.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's no surefire way to like, there's no objectivity in this, right? Because anybody can vote for any reason whatsoever under the sun. Which is why I was kind of surprised that, I wasn't surprised that Kyrie won MVP, but I was surprised that he didn't have more votes in totality because he doesn't even end up being like the second most beat votes in total.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he has a previous fan base. Like, that's why I was like, oh, he would like people know him, da-da-da-da.
Well, that's the thing. They vote by saying they like a person. Like, they like every person.
Yeah.
So, I feel like if I was watching this and voting, there were more people that I liked in Beat than in Rhythm, because I feel like I would have seen
for sure.
There were like 4 people in Rhythm that were like bad.
leaving something to be desired.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I just didn't feel like, just overall, I just felt like that they didn't even have the like confidence of that performance where I felt like Beat was like, oh, we're ready.
Yeah.
We're ready to perform.
Yeah.
It was so strange. I just didn't understand that vote. I don't know how that swung that way, but who knows?
Oh, well. So the gag.
Okay, well, there's a couple gags. So the first winner, so Groove is first, Rhythm is second, Beat is third. Okay. So Groove doesn't have to give out any penalties or like yellow cards.
Yeah.
Rhythm now has to give out 3. And Beat has to give 6.
And it's the lowest
and
votes.
It's just it's based on the scores.
On live
it's
voting.
not on like, now your directors are going to like, yeah.
Which I thought it was.
I thought that's what it's going to be too.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to tell you who gets the cards. I'm going to tell you who gets first and second for each team, Rhythm, Beat, and Groove.
Sure.
And then I'm going to tell you who the cards go to. So for Groove, they don't get any cards, but first is Jongwoo with 245 out of 300. And then Kim Gi-jung with 213.
Yeah.
So, congrats. I mean, that's both MVPs, obviously, but congrats to them. Next is Rhythm. So, Rhythm had the highest score. Park Ji-won got 287 out of 300 total votes, which is fascinating to me. And the second was Kwon Hee-jun on the bench team with 226 points. Finally, with Beat, we have Chaeong-gi. He had 219 points. He was 4th overall. And Beat Cheon got 180.
Big gap.
And then Anyul with 177, and then Kyrie with 171. So it wasn't even like all the other ones were like MVP, 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 MVP. Yeah. This one was MVP, and then the second person, and then the third person, and then the other MVP.
I know.
That's so guys, I don't know. I am watching. I'm looking. I'm watching. I'm receiving the information. Yeah. I think something's gonna happen for sure, or I'll just figure it out at some point later down the line. But I am confused by the Chuan of it all. Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't think he's bad.
I don't think he's bad, but I don't think he's anything striking or noteworthy that. Yeah.
I can't tell if it's like they decided he's the hot one, so that's just the narrative he got.
Or is it just we're not seeing like, something that...
Or he is actually the hot... Yeah. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so strange. So, cards go to Lee Jinwoo from Rhythm, Park Yeonjun from Beat, Kim Hyo-tae from Beat, Mac from Rhythm, Royce from Rhythm, Jang Fan, Kim Dong-yoon, Kang Jun-hyuk, and Park Ji-hoon from Beat. But that's not all. That's not all. So then I was like, okay, and then that's the end.
Okay, great, yeah. Because
well, that means, and then everybody moves, their changes.
Oh, yes, based on the new lineup numbers, the votes, the starting lineup is different now.
So it's still 7-7.
Yes.
But it's just whoever got the top 7 scores now.
The only notable one I can think of is that Kyung-oh went down to bench, and he is not happy.
Kyung-oh went down to bench for sure. He was not thrilled about that. A couple of them have moved up, which is exciting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's where I thought it was ending. Mm-hmm. Then they were like, oh, and also now we're going to go into trading. So we're doing full sports. We're doing full...
He's up on that dais.
NBA,
draft.
NFL.
Back to drafting.
NHL, MLB.
B2B.
All of them. Okay. So Groove, because they won, he gets 2 trades. Mm-hmm. And then Rhythm gets 1. So Changsub chooses Lee Ji-wei to go to Beat.
Who is the lowest... His lowest
vote. Score.
Yeah, his lowest score.
In totality. Mm-hmm. To go to Beat, and he takes Koo Han Seo, who ended up overall being 21.
Yeah.
But he takes Koo Han Seo up, but that means that Koo Han Seo, I think now...
went from starting to bench.
He went back to bench.
Yeah, he went back to bench for...
Which is crazy. And then, the other one he chose, he got rid of Hiroto.
Who was his last pick.
Draft pick in the draft round. But is number 7 on the entire lineup.
Yeah, on Groove.
Which is crazy because I don't... There was not anything
that drew me.
Correct.
With Hiroto.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think everyone does well... Mm-hmm. selling the concept of that number, but it wasn't like Hiroto was the one who did it really well.
Right? Yeah.
He's just tall.
Something. And so he takes Rhythm's Kwon Hee-jun, who was ranked 3rd overall in the competition.
Yeah. He says it's because of looks, but the way that the shows, they literally just give Hee-jun and Hanso both like hero leader edits. That I was like, ooh, I think he wants people that can kind of be a leader in the training room. In the practice
that's
rooms.
What's interesting is he doesn't know any of that.
That's true. He just from performance alone.
Right, just from performance alone he chose them.
Well, I mean, from performance alone, you could see that Hee-jun and Hanso were like...
Oh, for sure.
Standouts in the bench.
But it was funny that both of them were the leaders and had like a similar narrative. And it's funny
he picks from both benches.
Yes.
I think.
No one picked JL.
I know.
Which I was like, oh... I'm surprised.
I wonder if there's like an unspoken rule that like everyone has their stars. Woongki cannot leave Beat. That just feels right. I don't know who it is in
it's Park
Rhythm.
Han.
Oh yes, in Groove is Park.
In Groove and Parkhan. And
then Rhythm.
Rhythm
it feels like it's JL, but the show is showing it's Juwon.
Oh no, I think the show is showing it's Steven. I think the show thinks it's Steven. I think he's like the face of
Rhythm.
Well, really,
we talk about Signal Song.
We didn't even talk about the Signal Song, yeah,
which we did finally watch.
We did
talk about face,
but then I would say it's not Changgi either. It's Chan.
It's
because the three who represent
JL.
Oh, it is JL.
Parkhan Chan.
Oh,
Steven is the lead when it's just when they show like just the
rhythm team.
Because Kyungo was when they just showed
right.
Groove.
And Changgi was when
it was yeah.
Changgi was when they just showed beat. Yeah. It's so fascinating.
Very, very fascinating.
Yeah. And then Rhythm, so 10 and Young, well 10 gets up and he chooses.
He gets one draft and can only draft from below, so can only draft from beat.
So he has to send it to beat. So he chooses Royce to go to beat.
And picks up.
And he picks up Chuan.
He picks up Chuan.
And everyone is gagged.
Everyone's gagged.
Yeah.
I'm gagged because it's like, oh, why? Why'd you pick Chuan?
Yeah. So now for our last thing, I said I was going to have a new team name every time.
Oh. That's a lot
for
of
me,
work.
for me personally.
Okay.
So now I'm doing Pink Pride.
Okay.
Inspired by, obviously,
Second Confession.
Bench Team. So here's what we did. We are not doing the normal, we just picked 7.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to really commit to this sportsman-like conduct. We're going to keep our 7. I traded 2 out. But then I also have 2 more on the bench.
Okay.
Now that I know more people.
Okay.
So for everybody to remember,
your original 7.
My original 7 were Zhen, Kim Joo-hyung, Jang Kyung-oh, JL, Royce, Jiang Fan, and Kang Jun-hyuk. Okay.
7? Okay.
I am going to take out Royce. Sorry. And I'm going to trade in Parkhan. Obviously. And I'm going to take out Zhen. And I'm going to trade in Changgi.
We're going to end up having the same fucking lineup. It's so annoying. So I'm keeping Melody. I am swapping some people out before even trading and benching, just so we don't have the same exact people.
Okay.
Because I think the drafting, we didn't pick like, oh, if one person picked, then I would have to pick my second, which is what actually happened.
Yeah.
So I just did that. So my new starting lineup pre-trade is Nam Joo-hyung, Kyung-oh, JL, woongki, Parkhan, and then I'm adding Kairi and So Jung-woo.
Okay.
So I swapped out Zhen.
Wow, So Jung-woo. Wow, you're taking a risk.
Because I even liked him in replay. So
yeah.
And then my bench is Heejun and Bae Jae-ho. I thought he was really solid in Second Confession.
I think he's good, and I think he doesn't feel like anybody else on the show too, which is nice.
Yes. And I honestly, that it was so endearing to watch him audition for him when he was.
Oh yeah. That was nice.
Join us on patreon.com/boyslove. We are reacting to all of Universe League's episodes. At the Bo and the Bob level, we are also about to start Secret Relationships this week, the Korean BL. And over at the Bob level, we are watching Kin Porsche. But the Berets are enjoying a month of Stray Kids because they are our Kingdom winners / beloved of the month. So that's all you get to enjoy at Boys Love.
And that's at youtube.com/BLBL Reactions.
BLBL Reactions, yes. We've moved our new upcoming music video reactions into a new channel. So more for everyone. Let's say that. We'll continue to eat, and we'll see you with the Intercept round next week.
See you, sports fans.